To start, we will be looking at drawing for J1. As you can see here, the dimensions are in inches. The tolerances are, unless otherwise specified, are 0 to plus 0.009 inches. And this applies for all of the holes shown here. We have also specified it up here with these holes, 8 holes that go all the way through with this tolerance, and that is to make sure the bolt will be able to fit in but won't be too loose and the wheelchair will be sturdy. In this pipe, we want to make sure that it can be fit into other pipes because this is an adjustable piece to extend the length. Therefore, we need to make sure the outer diameter is small enough such that it will fit into another pipe, and that is why we have specified this tolerance here to make sure it is not too big. And the material is specified as PVC rigid. Also, you can note that we have a single datum point to specify the dimensions of the pipe. Continuing on to J2. This has very similar tolerances shown because, again, this pipe needs to be fit into other pipes, and also the bolts need to be able to easily fit into the holes, but also be sturdy enough and not too wobbly. Moving on to J3. This one, again, very similar tolerances. You can see front view, top view, and side view. Moving on to J4. Another pipe that can be slid in and out of other pipes, and thus the tolerance needs to be set such that it won't be too big. Moving on to K1, this is the first piece we see of the fixed frame of the dog wheelchair, and because this is a fixed part, it will have PVC pipe sliding into it rather than it sliding into another PVC pipe. And since another PVC pipe will be sliding into this pipe, we need to make sure that the inner diameter of this pipe is large enough such that a pipe can be fit into it. Therefore, we see that the inner diameter is 1.03 inches through all to make a hollow pipe, but there is a tolerance of 0.012 inches to make sure that a pipe can be fit inside of it. Moving on to K2. Again, this is another fixed pipe part, therefore we need to make sure the inner diameter is large enough for another adjustable PVC piece to be put into it. Take note that throughout these drawings, these scales have been either 1:2 or 1:1, and it is specified down below. Continuing on to K3. Another fixed part. We take into consideration the inner diameter to make sure the pipes fit. Continuing on to K4. This is another fixed PVC pipe. Continuing to K5, we have been seeing that the holes have tolerances such that they are large enough. We need to make sure that the bolts can be fit in nicely but are not too loose, as I have mentioned previously. On to K6. On to K7. On to K8. This is a end cap, so this will be fit around a PVC pipe. Therefore, we need to make sure that the innermost diameter is large enough such that it will fit around a PVC pipe. Thus, you can see the tolerance accounting for that, to make sure that we have a end cap that will not be too stuck on the end of the pipe, but at the same time will firmly attach to it. On to K9, this is another end cap, and the same tolerances are looked at on the inner diameter of this end cap. On to K10, this is another fixed pipe part with a PVC pipe that will be sliding in and out of it. Therefore, we're looking at the inner diameter for tolerance. This is a connector piece, an elbow connector. A PVC pipe will be going into it, and therefore we need to make sure that the inner diameter is big enough such that a PVC pipe will be able to fit in. This is another connector piece. You can see here that the scale is 1:1. This is the wheel drawing. We have a section view. This is section BB. On the tire view, we have section AA. And this provides a good view of the inside of the tire. Going back to this wheel, we have multiple views to get the necessary measurements. And lastly, we have another connector piece, and of course we need to look at the inner diameter to make sure a PVC pipe can be fit into it and have good enough tolerance to make sure it actually will fit. And this concludes the tutorial of how to make all of the parts and showing all of the drawings for the Heart Wheeler's dog wheelchair.